Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Diggs. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Maryland Terrapins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will boot it away to start the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down for this offense. They'll test the right side. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
The offense starts with a short field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
On the run, fires downfield. Makes a connection. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
To the ground. He's got it again.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Ramos. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw. Fires it. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chain. The Terrapins with the 1st and 10. The give. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Terrapins are in the hurry up. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He got it. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. About to get another look at this Hokie offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Now adjusting. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He's back to throw on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A first down run in the red zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hokies. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
They're bringing heat. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space.
There he goes to the right. The 20, 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Leaves it with the back. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
The Hokies will snap it on first and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. powers through the defender. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ramos. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make for Graham as he was going for 6 right there. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Fellas, a battle in the Beaver State today. A lot of green, a lot of orange in the stands. Whenever Oregon and Oregon State have at it, and here's the latest. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. Can anyone catch him? The 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Henson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Terrapins! Don't just get the ball. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. On target to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. That was not a great throw. I'd even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, oh no, you're asking for an interception.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quickly complete. Breaks the tackle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Runs through a tackle. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Ramos. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Try to get it on the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
He wants to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Brings up second down.
Okay, break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half with the score. Virginia Tech 28, Maryland 24.
The Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
Game 2. Second down coming up.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
24.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Ramos. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Maryland! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They'll go to the air. And that pass is intercepted. Bulldozes his way through.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
35. Maryland 30.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's going to pass on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got... for business at the 49-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quick completion to the right. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's Ramos. Gets it out quickly. Man, just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. All the way back to the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hokies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle.
Fair catch, called for and made. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Scanning the field, it's Ramos. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 42, Maryland 36.
And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Buys a little extra time. Still on his feet. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the comeback is on. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? Good start to this drive, and they'll need much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Second down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Ramos. Working the middle. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
To the air on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He'll toss it. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hokies. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
37.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pickup. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Ramos. He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Scrambling away. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Terrapins are on the move. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over the Pandas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
63, Maryland, 44.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some good...
Lets it fly! And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
That's another Terrapins first down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Ramos. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Quick spin on the line. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
First down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the right. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.